Hello everyone, today is August 3rd, 2024. I would like to take you around my garden here in zone 8A in the south to show you what is doing good right now and maybe what is not looking good as well, so you can have a good idea if you live in the same growing condition as me. We have clay soil over here. We get rainfall on a regular basis, except this year has been a little bit different. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, we can start over here. This is the oak leaf hydrangea. It's doing beautifully. Look at the foliage. The blooms are at their end of the life cycle right now. The leaves of the oak leaf hydrangeas will turn into a deep red as we are approaching fall. Next to it, little lime hydrangeas, and they're doing good right now. A little floppy and a little bit on this side. Overall, they're doing good, and you can see the pink there. It starts off with this lime color, and then it fades into the pink, and from there they turn brown. All right, let's move on to another section that looks great. So as we come to this general section, there are plants there that look great year-round, even when they lose their foliage. And they are the Japanese maple right there. I believe this is the blood good type. And then we got the Chamaecyparis, also known as golden mop cypress or false cypress, variegated abelia, another abelia over there, Rose Creek, and then also the Admiral Semi's a native azalea, another fall cypress right there. Sometimes in the winter they kind of lose their foliage. They don't look as great, especially the abelias, but they still, overall, they still have nice winter interest for you. This is one of my favorite shrubs, and it works great as a ground cover. As you can see, it's very low to the ground, probably no more than 2 feet. And then it spreads maybe 2.5 to 3 feet wide. Rose Creek Abelia is doing so great. It was producing lots of blooms. I had to prune back some to just have it not be so bushy there. Another Japanese maple right there. This is the Acer palmatum dissectum. As we come to this side, another Acer palmatum dissectum right there. And look at how beautiful the clematis is over here. It looks dainty, not a lot of foliage, but I kind of like it that way. Just nice and wispy looking. And then look at this. This is the Calibrachoa. And would you believe it? I don't have a picture of it. I wish I did. It started off as a nub, very small nub, and it overwintered itself. So how I've been able to get it to be like this is just by pinching a little bit at a time. And look at how beautiful it is. So if you live in the same zone as me, 8A, you could overwinter this. I didn't take it inside or anything like that. It was just overwintering itself outside in a container. All right, let's move on. Next we come to what's looking good right now. This is the Jubilation Gardenia, and it is putting on a lot of growth. It's probably over 3 feet now, and spreading about maybe 2.5 to 3 feet in width. This is its second round of blooms. Very beautiful right now. And this has to be my favorite spot right now in the front. This is very close to the house, to my sitting area, and you could just smell the beautiful, the nice fragrance of the jubilation gardenia. So this is my favorite spot over here right now. All right, let's move on. Now we move to an area where you don't need blooms to have it look beautiful. You can see here that there are just foliage, different texture foliage. We have lemongrass, lamb's ear, and then different arborvitae over here. And they all work together beautifully, especially the lemongrass and the lamb's ear. Again, this shows you that you don't need blooms to have a space look beautiful. This is a favorite spot in this area for me. Now we come to a different space right here. This is my favorite spot in this section. So over here I have the echinacea there. I have a lemongrass again. So you can see I have different texture of foliage, and I do have some blooms, and they're different color blooms, white, pink, and then there's lime green, the autumn joy sedum right there. So far this year, this has been my favorite garden space. There are different foliage textures, different bloom colors, and then also the fact that all of these plants right here have either been gifted, divided, transplanted, or bought at very low cost. So I'm very proud of this garden, which I also call my inflation garden, also call my pollinator garden, or garden on a hill or on a slope. So this has been so fun to see it transform. And I believe I started planting in late 2021. Now we come to the Hillside garden. This is mainly a garden that looks great in the winter. A lot of the blooms have already gone for this year. I have a lot of ground cover right here, sedum, and I just love how it's been filling up this space so beautifully. So let me show you a different angle. I'm so sorry, it's so bright right now. Now we are in the back garden, and look at these zinnias. I was so surprised. This is my first time growing these, and these have been gifted. So I was not expecting anything, but I am going to be saving seeds because I want to grow more of these next year. The butterflies always love the zinnias here. This is a nice magenta color, and next to it is this like orange reddish color. Beautiful together. All right, so what's not looking good is this lilac. I know that this is not a good spot for it. It became like this when we had a bad duration of no rain and just heat. So I know that this would do so much better in parched shade, but I really need something in this area to give that vertical element or structure to provide some shade. But you can see that there are new growth coming up, which is good. And you see this, I have new growth coming, so all is not lost. Now let's look at this David Austin Poet's Wife rose. This is probably its second or third flush, and I fed it maybe close to a month ago, and it has put on new beautiful growth, and I'm able to see these beautiful blooms right now that are not being attacked by Japanese beetles. I think the Japanese beetles are gone now. I'm just checking over here to see if I see any of the Japanese beetles here. I don't see any. So what I do when I start to see Japanese beetles is I would cut the rose back down to cut it by a third, in hopes that by the time the new flush come out, the Japanese beetles would be gone. There are new blooms here, and I do not see the Japanese beetles anymore. Another thing that's not looking good are these Purity Cosmos. You can see that they're all fallen down. The stems are weak, mostly because of the wind here and because of damage from ants or by the ants, except for this one. This one seems to be spared, and it's staying upright, and it looks like the stem is pretty sturdy, and it's going to be producing lots of blooms. Regardless, I will be saving seeds and plant them better next time. There's the other variety, the Dazzler. I did a video on Cosmos recently, just so you can watch my review on these. So I just put them against the daylilies in the back there to support them. And then these guys are doing good, getting more blooms. And lastly, what is doing good are the Stellar Ruby Magnolias. That has to be more than 10 feet now. And this guy is catching up. So this, I refer to this as the son and the father, or daddy and son. And guess what? The other day I came and saw these. I have never seen blooms from this magnolia in August before. I don't think I remember seeing blooms in previous years. I think having that nice rain every day for close to 2 weeks really helped. That bloom is so beautiful. I think it's the biggest bloom I've seen. I hope you enjoyed the tour and you were able to see what's doing good, what might not be doing good in August in Zone 8A in the south. And hopefully that'll give you a good idea of what to plant in the future if you have not planted any of these, and if you would like to try planting some of these. So with that, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you found it helpful. And until my next video, take care and bye for now.
It's me, the Mario. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss out on any more content.